or a number of other behaviors. So essentially, this is a 15-item questionnaire where each item is a response to the STEM, the reason I would lose weight is. And so, for example, I've listed 2 of the items here. One is I want to take responsibility for my health. This is seen as an intrinsic reason. And another is I feel pressure from others to do so. This is an extrinsic factor. And for each of these 15 items, participants rate how true that factor is for them on a scale from 1, where it's not at all true, to 7, where it's very true. And then so for all of the intrinsic items, the scores are averaged, and you have an intrinsic motivation score ranging from 1 to 7. So we measure motivation using this TSRQ tool at baseline, at 6 months, and at 9 months. So 6 months is the end of the incentive period, and then 9 months is at the end of the 3-month follow-up period. And our analytic strategy is very simple. So basically what we're looking at is changes in intrinsic motivation over time in incentive arms versus control arms. And in particular, we want to see if there's a greater decline in intrinsic motivation over time in incentive arms compared to the control arm, which would suggest crowding out. We look at this in the aggregate population and also in 2 subpopulations of interest, those who had a baseline relatively higher baseline weight, and those who earned relatively more in financial incentives. So our first key finding is that baseline intrinsic motivation is very high. So as I said, intrinsic motivation ranges from 1 to 7. And you can see that in both studies and across nearly all of the arms, baseline intrinsic motivation is above 6. And this is not too surprising, right, since these are participants who have voluntarily enrolled in weight loss programs. But just to sort of calibrate the scale to know sort of where these